Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Jake Jabarelli, Jabarelli.com. Just a bunch of referral links. Oh man, has it been a wild week. Wild week for mining, that is. That's what I'm talking about this time. Sorry about the noise in the background, but this is testing. And I think I may have found a better place to settle when it comes to mining mining software. I don't know if it's obvious from my videos so far, but I really appreciate good information, good statistics, and if there's one thing that HiveOS appears to do pretty well, it is giving me the information I want. Hopefully, I can convey that information on to my viewers and subs, and I will make another video about all the other things that are going on that aren't just mining explicitly. I needed to get this out here because honestly I was at the point where I wasn't sure I was going to continue with mining because of the way that the mining software I was using was treating me. I guess I don't really treat you, it's just how you deal with it. So I knew about HiveOS all along, but it just seemed a little too complicated, so I left it alone and continued with NiceHash. But NiceHash just doesn't give you insight. It gives you a little bit of insight, but not the insight I was looking for. So yeah, let me just jump over here to show the 3 GPU rig that I have running on HiveOS. There's no way I can possibly cover all the details of what's involved in HiveOS in this one short video, which could still run 15 minutes. But I do want to talk about kind of the balancing, functional, and utility that I really appreciate about HiveOS over the other competitor, which I have been using for a while here. Alright, it did lock me out, good. I did a decent income, but I was only using 2 GPU cards for the longest time with NiceHash, and now I'm using 3. I bought 3, I'm using 3. I have a lot more that are on a different mining method, and I'm not going to talk about that right now. What this is about is kind of the advantages that I see in using HiveOS. I don't necessarily expect a lot of my viewers, maybe some of them, some people are miners and they already know about this. They probably already use Hive and they know it pretty well. This is my discovery video. I've already been messing with this most of the day, so anyways, what I want to get at here is, as you can see, it's not a whole lot of time today, but the available functionality given in HiveOS as compared to NiceHash. NiceHash seems to be more geared toward Windows users. So if you want to be able to switch off to NiceHash or your own whatever, but you don't really have a choice in what is mined, you mine what they tell you to mine. And you can download the different miners, but it's pretty much, it's a profit switching platform. So they're going to give you whatever you want based on whatever you're mining, on whatever they think is most profitable for mining. And with HiveOS, it's almost the opposite of that, in the sense of you mine what you want, when you want, how you want, and you pay them if you make money. Well, if you go more than 4 rigs, then you pay them. So this is incorrect, mainly because what mine shows is about 565 watts, and their estimates, once I put mine in, don't come out correctly, so I got to figure that tweak out, but I've only just started on this. This is accurate. This seems to be showing that I'm reporting about 85, 3 units. Comes out reported real time apparently is this. I haven't been mining for very long, so there's hardly any payouts here. But honestly, this is comparable. I was getting somewhere between 2.5 and 3 US dollars per day with NiceHash. So it's the same, but the difference herein is HiveOS has way more intricate information that they can give you. Not just to mention the fact that you can do overclocking explicitly. So we can get into the part where it actually shows exactly what you can do. This is not the one I'm looking for. There we go. So this overclocking feature, clock core state, voltage, memory controller, clock, anything you want to modify on any card. You can modify one card to do high, one card to do low. You can do, as it says here, aggressive undervolting. I mean, holy smokes, just way more integral functionality. I mean, to be so honest, if it's not obvious by some of the videos I've made on my phone, I'm an Android guy. I've been on Android since it came out. I can't even imagine using iOS, although I do technically have an iPhone SE. But that was just because I had to for work. So I really appreciate all the numbers, all the intricacy, all the fact that I can still make changes. I mean, with this console bar across the top here, I can change, I can change the LAN configuration. I can do remote access requests. I can do VNC. I can do all this stuff. This is actually going to need this hash rate watchdog. If it ever drops below a certain amount, you can reboot. You can restart the whole rig. That's amazing. Auto fan. I don't have any fan stuff set up right now, but if your temperature goes too high, you can restart the miner. You can restart the rig. There's all these other kinds of there's just tons and tons of options for all the functionality of managing every rig. Honestly, if I think about the price they're asking to have multiple rigs, $3 rig seems actually quite reasonable. Now I don't have a lot of them, and obviously once I have a ton of them, it'll be more obvious as to if that's practical or not. But considering all the functionality they gave, and it is a ton, I don't know if you can tell by what is available here, but I feel like I've only scratched the surface of what is possible. This is a graphic insight to all the functionality of the system, and you can even see what I'm running it on down here. On my CPU is the Ryzen 9 3900X. You can see literally I have a 32 gig PNY USB 3.0 drive, and then what the motherboard is. So I can do, yeah, this is the local IP address. I don't mind showing that off. What is running here? How is it working? Everything is here. Exactly what I was honestly planning on doing for myself and creating for myself, but they've already done it. I don't need to do it. So I'm really grateful that HiveOS even exists. I'm sure there are other. I've looked at Kudo Miner as more than one of my subs or subscribers, pardon me, viewers. I don't know if they're subs. Have suggested Kudo, but it honestly is about the same. And as far as functionality compared to HiveOS, this is way better. Now, let me make a caveat to this. The reason I'm using HiveOS is because Windows for 4 gig cards doesn't work, and that's what these all are, as you can see here. 4096 megabyte cards don't really work in Windows anymore because the DAG file for Ethereum got a little bit too large, and Windows steals a bunch of the VRAM to use for itself for whatever reason. I think because it's primarily geared toward video games, not toward mining. Now you can edit that in the registry, but why bother when you can just run HiveOS? And with all this other interesting information that HiveOS offers, I honestly can't see a good justification to use something other than yet. Now, if someone knows, comment please down below. Tell me what your opinion on other operating systems like this. Like I said, I've already used NiceHash. I've been using it for about 2.5 weeks. It works, but it doesn't give me as much control. Like the one thing I was struggling with was, in particular, you can kind of see it right here. This one card seems to be struggling, and for a long time there it was running over hot, so it was getting up to like 70, 72, 75 degrees Celsius, and it was shutting itself down, which would kill the whole mining rig. So this one allows me to control the temperatures, monitor it much more specifically, and kind of keep this one low so it doesn't go running off the rails. And that's what I'm doing with this one. I love that feature. That is amazing. So in any case, this is just a simple overview, just telling you guys, hey, I'm trying this new thing out. Of course, I'm going to be talking about my other endeavors. I'm still doing a lot of other coin operation type things that are not mining related explicitly. I don't want to make a different video about that, but I just want to bring this up and say I'm really quite impressed by Hive OS, and I'm looking forward to actually moving it onto my other rigs and see how that works out. I don't actually mind the fact that there's not profit switching, because I didn't want to do that in the first place. Once you have a good thing going, stick with it. I'm not saying that it can't be something better, but the problem with profit switching for me is, without choice, it's not as practical. It's like, oh great, we're going to profit switch because you want to change. Maybe you think it's better. Maybe I just want to stay on what I'm on. Because even though whatever the most valuable coin is at any one time would be the best one to mine, the price is going to change in the future, as it always does. So, of course it means it's practical and makes sense to stick with something. Now, I did Verge coin a long time ago, when you would get Verge and Via coin and Doge all at the same time. And I did that for a very long time and actually came out pretty far ahead when I finally sold everything. And honestly, at this point, I wish I'd kept my Dogecoin, because I had 4 million Doge at one point, and it's worth so much more now than it was then. So, you know, you do what you can when you can. I would like to make money on this, and so far I have been. So I'm not too disappointed, because my power costs are about $2 a day. And as you can see here, I'm sorry for those of you who are on mobile devices, I'll just say it. It says 286, 86 cents per day profit beyond my costs. So this is practical. This is working. One minor thing I want to make a point about, which I never thought I would realize. No, I didn't make this point, I don't think, in any prior video. It doesn't so much matter that you keep your miners cool. Of course, that'd be awesome if you could do that. What I've discovered recently is it's just a question of moving air. Yeah, it can be noisy. Yeah, it can be hot. But the miner's way hotter than the temperature humans are used to. You know, 60 degrees Celsius is like 150 degrees Fahrenheit. I think you'd melt in that kind of temperature. The hottest I've ever been in is 132 Fahrenheit, and that was ridiculous. So if you just move the air, that's all that matters. Just get the heat away from the device. That's all that matters when it comes to mining. Obviously you don't want to go stupidly hot, but really most of that just has to do with the fact that the air is not moving. So if you move the air, if it's 90 degree Fahrenheit air or 100 degree Fahrenheit air, doesn't matter. That's still cooler than the miner actually is. But bad for the miner is when too much heat gets built up in the same spot. So moving the air is more important. Anyways, that's my PSA for the day. So yeah, Hive, checking out Hive. I really like it so far, and I will make another video which I'll release later today. Thanks for watching, guys. Yes, we're still on for the 500 sub giveaway, and yeah, put plenty of cash for that. So 500 sub, 1,000 sub, and when we get to the higher numbers, 1,500, 2,000, more giveaways. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.